Did Spain win or did the integrity of football won yesterday? I'm going to tell you why I feel like say how the integrity of football won yesterday. As we all know, Argentina is it's not new to controversy. When you go back as far as the 1986 World Cup, where we have the famous term, the hands of God, committed by Maradona against England to reach the World Cup final in which they won. Fast forward to what? 2014? No, not 2014. They actually got their ass kicked by Germany 2014. So fast track to what? 2018. 2018 was what? France is here as well. Fast track to what now? What, 2022? Yes, 2022 was the year when Messi won his first World Cup. And in that run, there was a lot of cheating. The most noticeable one was the match against Holland, where Messi was on a yellow card, intentionally hands the ball and didn't receive a second yellow. Alright, let me talk about the present, you know. I'll tell you where the fuck we start now. Why so many people glad to see Argentina lose yesterday, Zane. Bringing it back as far as the Algeria game. Another game there, we see Messi do a challenge where I'm stepping at the man football. The whole world I expect Messi to get a red card. Likewise, FIFA shows say, yo, certain players are just untouchable. Alright. If that wasn't enough, go back to the Cape Verde game. Everybody in the world feel like that game that belongs to Cape Verde, don't? Alright. We go back to the Egypt game. If no game was robbed, the Egypt game was definitely robbed. So you really sure we say, even though in today's day and age, we still have to battle racism, you know, because no favoritism has ever gone to any of the African nation them. Always the white nation. You see me, so? Alright. The match against Egypt. When Egypt scored the second goal, they bring it all the way back to the build up of the player and say, alright, a foul was committed by Egypt. Alright. Same foul was committed by Argentina against Egypt, which would have led to a penalty, and guess what? They didn't get it. Argentina created the most fouls in the entire tournament, and yet still VAR don't intervene in none of them to say yes, those were fouls. Why is that? Infantino, why is that? Favoritism. I know we say it, you know? It is obvious. You guys say it. It was so loud. It was very, very loud. And that is the exact reason why so many people around the world wanted Argentina to lose. So as me say, Spain didn't just won, but the integrity of football also won yesterday. Yeah, man. We're not supposed to have to cheat away to a championship or cheat away to win a championship. So, not only that, Spain take them to school, you know, whether we like it or not, you know. Argentina really only have themselves to blame, you know, when you check the stats down. Because, you know what them always say, one of my favorite terms is, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I mean, tell me, say, the so-called greatest team of all time played 90 minutes of football and not one shot on the goal. What was their target? Huh? Their target wasn't the goal. Their target was other Spain players to be dirty players. You understand? And Enzo Fernandez showed us just that. And the ref actually was leaning towards Argentina, because I also felt like Paredes should have gotten a red card too, with a second yellow, in which the ref using discretion and make a game player. You see me? I mean, I tell you, say, you know, like if Spain never score a clean cut goal, you know, we would have got to penalties in which Argentina would have won. You understand? Even the Argentinian keeper, he was always full of mouth, always bragging, always this and always that. But yesterday he was quiet. We saw the goat crying. Why were you crying, Messi? Football doesn't belong to you alone. You understand? You win some, you lose some. You cheating away to the finals, but you couldn't cheat in a way to hold the trophy, because you guys came up against the best defensive team in the entire tournament. A team that nobody was talking about throughout the tournament, you know. Nobody ever had their eyes on Spain. Everybody was talking about England, France, who everybody said had the better team, failed to deliver. So in which England and France gave us one of the best game of the tournament, with the third place qualification thing, yeah man, that's the best game of the tournament. But I mean, you only playing for third place, so that game was open. You understand? So it only shows you that sometimes the coach them strategy, but them thinking of their mind, it don't really work. Cause a lot of people mad at sports players because they feel like people never made the right call. You understand? But at the end of the day, Spain asked up the both of the team them with them say and the team to beat. Man them beat France and the man them beat Argentina. And everybody did that all say, oh, Argentina and France are the baddest team in the competition and one of them are going to win it. So I know the world is kind of disappointed to say, oh, France never make it to the final. I wasn't, because when we see that game there, we definitely say, yo, them never ready. You understand? Them had them way with other team. They have them way with Spain. Spain which beat them in every major competition. Even though Mbappe won the golden boot, Spain defeat them in every single competition. And that don't look good on Mbappe's legacy. You understand? You must can get past Spain as a great player, as a great team. Because if you look on paper, France probably have the most expensive team in the whole tournament. When you bring everything in factor from club and all of them stuff to done. And yet still, them couldn't cross the line. So we have to give Spain a whole heap of credit. Because, trust me, defensively, y'all boss the competition up. You understand? And the boss up the entire competition. It look like when I learn a thing or two from Simeon, the Argentine coach, who them say one of the greatest defensive coach, which I beg to differ, because it have to be the Spain coach, who are one of the best defensive coach ever. Because who got through the entire World Cup and just one goal score by you through the entire tournament? No man, that's a greatness that needs to be studied. Every manager, every football manager, they need to take a page out of Spain coach book, because trust me, the proper defensive performance gonna go on with. I wanna kill all of the big team them, and gonna be I wanna probably face the biggest team them leading up to the final, in which a heap of people say, oh, Messi them never really face nobody. So when it comes to the earlier round, we see how them set that for them never play no hard team. But when it comes to the final 16, the final 8, and then think that you can't really blame them for not facing any big team, because at the end of the day, the big teams them never do what them needed to do for progress. So you can't really blame them for that department. But the earlier part, you can see so they had an easier pathway. You see me? And whole heap of ref, whole heap of refing help them get. We don't like that. We don't like cheat. We can't take the fun out of the game. You understand? So I'm glad say a Spain win, because as I said, the integrity of the sport won yesterday. Not just Spain. You understand? And that's why so many people glad to know say, yo, Argentina lose. And you have another set of people now where I talk say, yo, people are cheering for the colonizers. But at the end of the day, throughout the tournament, we never see no English fans, we never see no Spaniard fans in the tournament racially abuse nobody. I Show Speed was racially abused by Argentinian fans. They were the ones at the tournament being racist. Enzo Fernandez, who plays football in England, mock the English fans using a monkey manner to do so also. So you know, say yo, racism strong in them blood, no matter how much them try to hide it. Because when them did win the last World Cup, them still they go out with some racist behavior. But to each his own. Everybody have a right to like who they want to like. You understand? Yeah man, everybody have a like who they want to like. So big up Spain. Infantino, we are expecting resignation, Zane, because a big corruption they go on with. I wanna like that for the sport. You can't be the head of the sport after where you just show how corrupt you are. You know, right? But that's just my opinion still. So, you know, link you up in the comments, Comemekwetalk.